There is a new reaction and review from the early test screening of The Batman 2022, and in particular, we got some interesting new details on certain aspects from the film. From the horror tone that Matt Reeves is taking, to the new adaptation of certain characters like Zoë Kravitz Catwoman, the reaction gets me incredibly excited to see what this new iteration will bring. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the new test screening reaction, giving you all the details that we are hearing. Before I get into it though, if you want to see much more videos on the Batman leading up to its release date next year, then don't forget to support this video by giving it a like rating, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your notifications. Also, feel free to check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram at Cortex Videos, which is all linked in the description below. But without further ado, let's discuss the newest reaction and details for the Batman. So, according to leaks, the highly anticipated The Batman from director Matt Reeves has just had a confirmed test screening at Warner Brothers, and a reaction has appeared online. While the movie is mostly shrouded in mystery, and those who saw the test screening were asked not to share details about the secretive event, it seems that this hasn't stopped some smaller but interesting details from coming out. There may not have been any major spoilers involved, but the information shared by Blu-ray Angel, who says that the information came from someone who was at the screening, does seem to stack up with the little that is known about the movie. While the information is still to be taken with a grain of salt, the same user has shared many updates in the past with reasonable credibility. Also, a new image from the Warner Brothers lot was taken in the last few days, and it shows Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves in attendance, further adding to the credibility of the recent test screening. But from the information detailed across multiple tweets, the main takeaway seems to be that the Batman will be taking a much darker route than some of the previous outings, having seen it described as a horror movie that is very graphic, dark, and also quite terrifying. Obviously, in Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, there were horror elements brought into play with Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow and other aspects, but based on this description, it seems like this new iteration will be going all in on the horror with many different moments. The same report gives a lot of praise for Paul Dano's The Riddler due to these horror elements, alongside Zoë Kravitz Catwoman, which the report claims is the best Catwoman put to screen. Further comments said that the redesigned Batmobile is great, and that Robert Pattinson in the lead does a perfect job with his Batman voice. What's even more intriguing is that apparently the film is the first in the character's big screen history that categorically states that Batman does not kill. While there are those who are still quick to doubt Pattinson and will not reconsider that opinion until the movie comes out in March, the information coming out of the screening all seems to be headed in a positive direction, and these few details do give us something extra to be excited about. Also, from the rest of the information, the biggest piece of news reports that the test version, reportedly screened at Warner Brothers, was 3 hours long, although as in most cases with blockbusters of this size, the theatrical cut is almost guaranteed to be slightly shorter. But this 3-hour test screening apparently had the audience engaged throughout, and the movie's ending had everyone screaming and gasping as the person described it as a big no way for everyone. The other details were that the movie is reportedly being narrated by Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne, just like in the Batman Year One comics that serve as a key inspiration for the movie. Finally, the report said that the film definitely leads the way for a sequel, which is again in line with the extended plan by Warner Brothers to make a new trilogy and spin-off series based on Robert Pattinson's take on the Caped Crusader. The entire thread with all this information can be found as a link down below in the description if you want to read it for yourself. But the only other small piece of news that came out today regarding the Batman was that the next official trailer for the film has been confirmed for the DC Fandome event, which is scheduled to take place on October the 16th. The trailer for the event promises new things to come from major movies like The Batman, Black Adam, The Flash, as well as the Suicide Squad spin-off Peacemaker, HBO Max series Titans, the CW shows Batwoman and Superman and Lois, upcoming DC video games, and even more. It also looks like we could be getting more from Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, and DC League of Super Pets, with all 3 films featured on the event's poster. DC Fandome is a virtual fan event taking place across the whole of October 16th and can be viewed free on the official website. Last year's event saw huge reveals like the first teaser trailer for The Batman, so make sure to tune in this time around for the brand new trailer with lots of new footage. The Batman is really the main film that I'm excited for, and if this year's trailer is half as good as the one we got in 2020, then it will be a real treat for all DC fans. We'll have to see what is revealed in the new trailer, but I will definitely be covering it here on the channel alongside other releases at DC Fandome. But they were all the main details that were shared from the test screening of The Batman, and with a new trailer coming on October 16th, it looks like we could be getting much more info during the build-up to the release of the film in 2022. The debut of new footage at CinemaCon last week also got fans talking more about potential aspects, such as Andy Serkis's Alfred and the visual tone of Gotham, so we can only expect more frequent news and marketing in the coming months. But I'm intrigued to hear what you guys think towards the test screening review and reaction, alongside whether you are liking the style of approach that Matt Reeves is taking with his adaptation of the Caped Crusader. So let me know down below in the comment section. For more videos surrounding the Batman leading up to its release next year, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.